In my opening statement, I thought it was important to acknowledge that, that ICANN, as an organization, has had several noteworthy accomplishments. And I mentioned some of those. And so I want to be fair in acknowledging that. That's one side of the ledger. And it's an important side. And I salute you for the accomplishments that you've achieved. On the other side of the page, I think that there's some work to be done. I think that to allow the spinning off of ICANN at the end of this time frame is not the right way to go. And I just don't. I hope that the committee comes to the same conclusion. What's troubling to me are the following things. First of all, it's with much curiosity to me that as the United States of America is the mother, the father of the internet, and that its ultimate trademark, so to speak, imprimatur, is that it is open. And we have had many debates, many fights to define what's open, how to keep it open, because it is democratizing, it is all of these things and so much more. And yet it seems to me from some of the testimony today that the way ICANN operates does not match that. And I don't think that's healthy, and I don't think it really promotes what the internet is about. If ICANN were spun off, how do we guarantee an open future relative to the internet? Who would? Who would they be accountable to? How do we have any kind of say-so in this? I know that Iran, Cuba, China are interested. They'd love to take it over. And hey, God bless them. They've got good taste. They know something good when they see it. But I am troubled by the lack of accountability. I believe that we need to be thinking about a new set of rules that would be part of the agreement and in the JPA. It's my understanding, Mr. Toomey, that in 2003 that there were public members and they were voted off the board. Is that correct, or is it incorrect?
There was a round of board members who were elected worldwide. It was much earlier than that. It was in 1999, 2000.
I don't know what you're saying. Were they public members or just regular members, and then they rotated off the board?
These were board members. The board
are there any public members?
There is members. If you mean consumer members representing consumers, yes, there are.
And who are they? And how many are there?
There's one member on the board now, Wendy Salzer, and she's a member of the board, and we are looking at potentially looking at increasing those numbers.
Looking at increasing. So one out of how many?
Well, that's out of 21.
That's a pretty lousy ratio, if I might say so myself.
But I would say that the same group helped select nearly half of the board members in terms of our nominating committee. So the same group of people, the same consumer voices are involved in that.
Well, I think I've gotten my answer. It's not very good. Let me ask you this, Dr. Toomey. What are the specific problems that you're trying to address by seeking complete independence from the Commerce Department? In other words, what breakdowns have occurred? Why do you want to break? What are you going to go off and do? It seems to me that the Commerce Department and NTIA have a very loose affiliation with you. I mean, this is not a heavy hand, and I'm not suggesting it should be. But what do you want to accomplish by spinning off? What's in your way now? What's in the way?
Congresswoman, I'll be very clear. We're not looking for independence. I mean,
what are you looking for then?
We're looking for the continuation of the model.
Do you want the JPA? You want to continue in it?
We think the JPA should come to its conclusion because...
What does that mean? You want to come to a conclusion. What does that mean? It comes to an end and there isn't any JPA anymore?
What we think is we should move away from these sort of temporary documents. The JPA at the moment is a two-page document. 2 pages.
Well, why is it so menacing to you?
And so what we're actually suggesting is that we should actually put in place some of the principles that the members of the committee think are important. We should put them in some more permanent statement at the end of the JPA.
You know what I think this is, and I hope I'm wrong, but this is the impression that I'm getting, is that there is disdain for any U.S. authority in this. And while we have to have very strong partners throughout the world, our role, you know, can't be and should not be, in my view, leapfrogged over. Is that?
That's not the intention.
It's not the intention.
Not at all.
Is there any sensibility around that, or is it totally false?
There is a balance, right? In this broad debate of how to have an organisation that is accountable to the United States in the way you're putting forward, and at the same time engages all the country code operators of the world, all the governments who are in our government committee, all of the people who help make the system work. And so we're not looking.
Well, I don't know whether you've told us what the problem with the JPA arrangement is, which is a mystery to me that you want out of it. But it seems to me, Mr. Toomey, that you've been saying to us that stakeholders want to be independent, and we have stakeholders that are testifying that are saying absolutely not. So there's a division of approach here, and that's why I think we have some more work to do on it. And I hope that what we can count on when we get to a rewrite or an extension of the JPA is that we get some very good ideas from stakeholders, suggestions about some of the rules of the road. I don't pretend to know what all of them might be, but it seems to me that we've got some experts here today and plenty of others. But I really do not believe that this thing should just be spun off. I don't think, A, it's necessary, B, we're putting on my hat, and I know I'm going over time, but I think I'm the only other one here, as a member of the House Intelligence Committee, how important the Internet is to our country, in our national security, and the role that it plays. And so I think just allowing ICANN to go off, to spin off, to become I don't know what, is deeply concerning to me when I put that hat on. So I want to thank all of you, and I look forward to working some more on this, Mr. Chairman, and I appreciate the extra time and your patience.